When Princess Diana died, we always remember where we were when we first heard the news. And I was in a hotel room in Rimini in Italy on holiday, on a late summer holiday. And similarly, with the very, very sad death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, we will always remember where we were when we heard that news as well. And I heard my news from Vanessa Feltz, who is now presenting the Drive show on Talk Radio and TV. And if you haven't tuned in yet, then do give her a chance on her new radio station. And and I heard the news there on the way home yesterday from the office. Incredibly sad news, and I suppose poignant to be presenting two of the last gold coins of her reign here today. The two coins that were released about a week ago, the Piedfort Sovereign and the 5 Sovereign matte proof. So let's take a look at the matte proof Sovereign first. There are 750 of these coins that have been made, and they are available, or they were available, as individual boxed coins. The proof versions of these coins, there were also 750 minted as part of the 5 coin proof set, and they are already proving to be very, very popular with collectors. But if you can't run to the cost of the proof set, which is already selling for quite a long way beyond its issue price on the secondary market, then you may want to take a look and see if you can snap up one of these 5 Sovereign individual BU matte proof versions instead. They are very smart, as you can see here. I think the Mint have done a good job with these. I do prefer the slightly shinier versions, but that's really a personal preference. I have been certainly buying these matte proof coins, and I think that it was interesting. Some of the members of our group took a look at the Royal Mint website this morning. There's obviously going to be a very keen interest with the death of Her Majesty in all of the last coinage with Her Majesty's portrait on before we swap to the Charles the Third portrait. So Charles will be facing the opposite direction. There's a history that every new monarch, the head faces the opposite direction, so Charles's head will face to the left. But I think there was a lot of interest in all those last coins, so if you do want some 2022 coins with Her Majesty's last portrait on, then now is probably a pretty reasonable time to take a look. The cost of these coins from the Royal Mint is around about £2,600. They have 40 grams of gold, so that's about 1.17 ounces of gold in them. So a premium, but not any different from any other Royal Mint new release, really. So let's take a look at the second of these brand new release coins from the Royal Mint. This coin is the Piedfort Sovereign. If you're not aware of what a Piedfort is, it's one which is twice as thick as a regular coin. Obviously this coin is made of gold, so it has twice as much gold in as a regular sovereign. So it is basically the same in terms of gold content as the Proof 2 Sovereign that was in the 5 coin set, except this one is a little bit chunkier. Last year there was no Piedfort Sovereign. The Royal Mint had made plans to cancel the Piedfort release as they found that even on a lower mintage, the regular year's sovereigns weren't quite as popular as the Privy Sovereigns or the special release sovereigns. So this year they've had a break with that tradition. They've had a rethink. It's a special year. I think they've done absolutely the right thing in releasing this coin. 3,250 of these coins in the standard packaging and a few extras for some other purpose. but basically not a large issue. And of course, there are many fewer of this coin compared to the regular 8 gram, 7.62 gram Sovereign. And these have proved very popular. I don't know yet if this will be as popular as the 2017 Piedfort, or in fact the 2022 large format 2 Sovereign gold piece, but I think with a reasonably low mintage, and particularly in relation to this being the final year with the Queen's portrait on, I think it will do very, very well in the marketplace. And there are already signs today of these coins being swept up, and I expect that they will start selling for a premium very quickly. The 2017 coin did very well. I think that coin was released at about £890 odd, and now trades at £1,300 to £1,400. And the 2022, because of the price of gold and the exchange rate with the dollar, and maybe a small extension to the Royal Mint profit margin, the mint is selling those for about £1,150, something like that. And I do expect those to start doing pretty well over the next 2 or 3 years. All that remains to say is rest in peace, Your Majesty, and God save the King.